Hi guys, Jennifer here from Joy Wellness and Journey Home Yoga. This week in class we've been working a lot with Pigeon. Pigeon helps definitely with the sciatic nerve. So if you suffer from sciatic nerve pain, this is a great stretch. Just go into it and out of it nice and slow so you're always listening to your body. I'm not going to be holding as long as we do during class. So when you practice this at home, I want you to hold for a longer time, as long as you feel relatively comfortable. Achiness is normal, pain is not normal. So if you feel pain, you want to come out of the posture and rest. When you're practicing this at home, you want to hold here for anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes, maybe longer if it's feeling really good. And again, the longer you hold, the slower you need to come out of it to allow your muscles to adjust. So it's a great hip stretch if you're a runner, if you have tight hips, or if you're just looking to increase flexibility there. We store a lot of emotions in our hips as well, so it's a good way to work with mindfulness, to notice what comes up when we're holding. It's an opportunity when you're holding for that length of time to connect with your breath and to turn your focus within. And it almost becomes a meditation, which makes it easier to hold a more challenging posture, physically challenging, it's not very comfortable. So we're going to start on our hands and knees. You can start from down dog as well, but we'll start on our hands and knees and just slide one knee forward. I'm starting with the left knee, sliding that left knee forward, and then working that back leg further back behind. And you can work in your upward pigeon here by pulling the shoulders back, chest forward. If you're feeling discomfort in your low back, then you would want to walk your hands forward more and work with your alignment. So setting up here, you can check to make sure that your knee and your hip are pretty much aligned and that knee isn't way in. And if you feel like you have a little more stretch, if your hips are nice and centered, you're not leaning off to one side, and you feel like you could take the shin a little bit higher, then you can go ahead and bring that shin up toward the top of the mat. If this is feeling like it's a challenge here in this left hip, you can use a block. Place the block under the hip to prop yourself up. You might be way up here if your hips are really tight, so then it helps to have something under so you can feel like you're settled in a little bit more. So you could use a block, or if you don't need too much height, you could use a blanket and just slide it right under. But if you're fine without it, then you'll start to slowly make your way down. So you might come down to your forearms first and just check in, make sure everything is feeling okay here. And then if you feel like you have that extra stretch, then you can extend your arms straight out and lower your head down. If you start to lower your head down and the back of your neck is feeling a little uncomfortable, if it's not comfortable to let your head hang and not have your forehead supported, then use a block or a blanket under your forehead to find your alignment. And I recommend turning the palms of the hands up. It's just a way that signals your body to relax a little more. And as you hold here, make sure your belly stays relaxed and you're just using your breath. So on the inhale, you'll feel expansion in your body. That's what you want to feel, is a sense of expandedness. So like you're breathing space into your cells. And on the exhale, you're letting go of tension. And at the same time, staying mindful of what comes up for you. So after you hold, like I said, between 2 and 5 minutes, then you slowly start to make your way up. Come back to your hands and knees, and either come up to your down dog, or just let this leg float back behind you. It just automatically wants to float up. You can take it up as high as you'd like comfortably. And then you might open the hip flexor, so lifting the hip, bending the leg, letting it flop over to the other side. You're helping to open this hip flexor. Holding here, take a couple deep breaths, and then when you're ready, releasing back to center. If your low back is feeling tender, you might roll through a few cat-cows. So you would inhale when you drop your belly and lift your head. Exhale as you round your back. Same thing on the other side. I'll go through real quick just to reinforce what you've learned. Take the right knee forward, extending that back leg way back behind. And then making your adjustments. My knee and my hip are pretty much aligned. I have a little extra stretch, so I'm going to take that shin further up, just checking to see that I can take my hips back to center. If I can't take my hips back to center, I'm going to slide this shin back a little bit. And then lowering down. Each side is different, so maybe last time you were able to extend your arms out, and this time it's just comfortable on your forearm. So just listening to your body, honoring where you are. Holding here again 2 to 5 minutes, and then when you're ready, coming back up, nice and slow, back to your hands and knees. Allowing that leg to flow back behind you, lifting, bending, and then flopping it over to the other side. Shoulders stay square to the mat, and you might peek over the shoulder and see if you can catch a glimpse of your toes. So Pigeon is a wonderful stretch for the hips, the sciatic nerve, for becoming mindful and recognizing what comes up in your mind, body, and spirit as you work through the posture. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.